Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're starting a brand new series and we're doing Ranked. This is the series where I rank various like trilogies, like sagas, or just basically like movies and sequels. I'm going to rank my favourite in order from worst to best. I just want to say these are all going to be my own opinions, and you can kind of watch the more in-depth videos that I would have uploaded before this. So kicking it off, I'm starting with Batman, the Dark Knight trilogy. This is the Christopher Nolan movies. I watched all three, I reviewed all three on the channel. I've done separate videos for each one. They've all been out over the last few weeks, so if you want to go and check them out, links to all of them are down below. So here it is, I've got all three of them here, and I did love them all. Like if I'm just gonna, before we start into the ranking, I'm just gonna say, like, this is a great saga. Like, I haven't watched this for a long time. I guess the first movie, the Batman Begins movie, I never even seen before doing these videos. So there was some things in these I thought was just like so good, and just like I'm gonna always go back to these. Like if I want to just kick back and watch something that's like good quality, like comic book movies, these are up there, definitely up there. For me, these are like not quite level, maybe a bit below, but like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, like from my childhood and stuff, these are like up there, like as some of the best. But in terms of the ranking, I'm gonna get right into it now. Okay, so coming in third place, and the worst one, but they're all good. Like I'm just gonna say this, like I'm not gonna say one is really bad, and that is gonna be Batman Begins. And I gotta say, you know, it's not the best one, and I think the thing that let it down for me is this edition, the 4K edition. It's a great film. It's got that like proper anthology movie thing about it, which I really enjoyed about it. We don't really get to see Batman, you know, how he became Batman. He's always just Batman, you know what I mean? And this did it really well. Batman Begins, it just explained things, for me anyway, as part of this trilogy, in such a way that I just enjoyed it. It was very, very good. The cast in this movie was great as well. We saw Liam Neeson, Cillian Murphy added to this movie, and I just enjoyed it. It was awesome. So this is in number 3. Now this is number 2, and I guess this is where people might be like, oh, what's he gonna say, what's he gonna say? And I have to say, it's gonna be The Dark Knight Rises. I absolutely loved this film, don't get me wrong. The IMAX scenes, Bane, Tom Hardy being Bane was great. I thought the story in this was fantastic. It was just good. There was some twists at the end which I never even saw really, and it was just, I very enjoyed it. Like, you know, Dark Knight Rises had that, like, had something about it, like the opening sequence with the plane hanging upside down and then the wings get blown off. It's just got something about this film which, for me, it was very good. So it's better than Batman Begins, but not, you know, it's not quite got the number 1 spot. So that's in number 2, and that's Dark Knight Rises. So obviously in number 1 is going to be everybody's favourite really, The Dark Knight. I gave this a 9 out of 10 in the review, and for me this is just a great film, and it's made by this guy here, Heath Ledger. Just totally makes this film. The story of this was just phenomenal. Like it was gripped the whole time. I couldn't even know. I think it was, yeah, it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's 2.5 hours of just pure like proper dark gritty comic book action. It was just fantastic. You had proper visual effects with like this big like truck going upside down and over, and it just had real like quality about this film. Then you had the first introduction really of IMAX scenes, and they just looked fantastic. This 4K transfer as well I thought was great. The HDR was just amazing. Such a loud film as well, and this takes the top spot for me. So number 1, The Dark Knight. Number 2, we got The Dark Knight Rises, and then number 3, we got Batman Begins. But each one of these 3 in this trilogy stand as they just stand very highly for me. And as I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to be going back to these very regularly. If you want to see my more in-depth reviews of each of these films, then please go and check out those videos. Links are down below, and subscribe if you are new. But thanks for watching my ranked video. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.